Hi everybody, it's Pond Ashley. Since we can't be together catching frogs, I'm going to read a story about frogs and toads. Frogs and Toads by Kira Freed. Some vocabulary words we're going to hear in this book are ability, field guide, habitat, predators, prey, and rodents. This story is about someone who found a cool looking frog and wanted to know more about it. I found a frog. Have you ever seen an unusual animal in nature? Did you want to learn more about it? Last week I saw a really neat frog, and that was the start of a wonderful adventure. I looked for the frog in a book called A Field Guide. I started looking through the pictures in the book. I was amazed to see all the different kinds of frogs and toads. It turns out the frog I saw was a wood frog. I wanted to know more, so I went to the internet. Did you know that frogs and toads are relatives of newts and salamanders? They're all amphibians, which means they live part of their life in water and part on land. Amphibians are cold-blooded animals. They don't make their own body heat. They get warm from the heat of the sun. Life cycle. I also learned that most frogs and toads lay jelly-covered eggs in the water. The babies that hatch are called tadpoles and look like little fish. Tadpoles breathe with gills, just like fish, and they live in water. But it's amazing what happens as they grow. Their gills disappear and they grow lungs so they can breathe air like other land animals. They grow legs and then arms. Later their tail shrinks. By the time their tail is gone, they move on to land. I saw some very cool photos of the life cycle of frogs and toads. Frogs are famous for their ability to leap with their long, strong back legs. They leap to catch insects and other prey. A frog can catch an insect in an instant with its long, sticky tongue. The eyes and nostrils of a frog are on the top of its head. Frogs can see, smell, and breathe while they're mostly underwater. In fact, they breathe through their skin while they're underwater. Frogs can make an amazing amount of noise. Male frogs sing loudly to attract a mate. Did you know that male frogs use throat pouches to sing? Some male frogs have one throat pouch and others have two. Do you know the differences between frogs and toads? Here's what I learned from a book at the library. Frogs have smooth or slimy skin, live in wet places, they have long, strong back legs for leaping, most of them have webbed feet, and they lay eggs in groups. Toads are a little different. They have dry, bumpy skin, live in dry places, they have shorter back legs, no webbing on their feet, and they lay eggs in long chains. Defense. I was sad to learn that frogs and toads are food for many other animals. Bats, snakes, birds, and rodents all hunt them. But frogs and toads have clever ways to stay safe from animals that might try to eat them. Some frogs and toads, like the woad frog I saw, are the same color as their habitat. This is called blending in. It allows them to hide better from predators. Some kinds of frogs are so poisonous that just touching their skin is deadly. These frogs are brightly colored to warn predators to stay away. Did you know that one golden poison frog contains enough poison to kill 10 people or 20,000 mice? This frog is one of the most poisonous animals on Earth. Frogs are cool. Frogs and toads come in many shapes, sizes, and colors. You can find them in trees, in or near water, and on the ground. One thing is true about all of them. They're amazing animals. What kind of frogs have you seen? Do you remember some of the words that we heard earlier? Ability is a skill or talent. Field Guide is a book that helps people identify living things in nature. Habitat is the environment in which an animal lives. Predators are animals that hunt and eat other animals. Prey are animals that are food for the predators. And rodents are mice and their cousins.